Good morning, dear viewers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, the origin and development of sociology. So, let's begin our journey to understand how this important field of study came into being and how it developed over time. Basically, sociology is the scientific study of human society, how people live together, interact, and build social institutions like family, education, religion, and government. It helps us understand how societies change, why people behave the way they do, and how social problems like poverty and inequality can be solved. The term sociology was first used by a French philosopher, Auguste Comte, in 19th century, but the ideas behind sociology are much older. They go all the way back to the ancient times. Firstly, ancient and classical roots. Long before sociology became a modern science, great thinkers like Plato and Aristotle studied human behavior, justice, and social order. In the Islamic world, Ibn Khaldun, a Muslim scholar born in 1332, wrote a famous book called Muqaddimah. He discussed how societies rise and fall, and how group solidarity, or what he called asabya, keeps people united. Because of this, Ibn Khaldun is often called the real father of sociology in the Muslim world. Do you understand? Secondly, the Enlightenment period. Then came the Enlightenment period in Europe, a time when people began to rely more on reason, science, and observation instead of tradition. Thinkers like John Locke, Rousseau, and Voltaire inspired people to think critically about society and freedom. This intellectual movement laid the foundation for sociology as a science. Thirdly, the French Revolution. In 1789, the French Revolution shook the world. It changed everything: politics, economy, and social life. The old feudal system collapsed, and new ideas of equality, liberty, and democracy emerged. But with all this change came social disorder, and thinkers began to ask, why do societies change? How can we bring order and progress? These questions gave birth to modern sociological thinking. Fourthly, the Industrial Revolution. Next came the Industrial Revolution when machines replaced handwork and people moved from villages to cities. This created a new lifestyle but also new problems like poverty, class conflict, and urban crowding. Scholars wanted to study these changes scientifically, and that's how sociology grew as a distinct field of study. Now let's talk about the great thinkers, founders, and pioneers of sociology. Firstly, Auguste Comte. He is known as the father of sociology. He divided the subject into two main parts: social statics, means how society maintains order, and social dynamics, means how society changes and progresses. He believed we should study society using the same scientific methods used in natural sciences. This idea is called positivism. Thirdly, Herbert Spencer. Spencer compared society to a living body where every part works together for the whole. He applied the idea of evolution to society and introduced the phrase survival of the fittest. Fourthly, Karl Marx. Karl Marx focused on the role of economics and class conflict. He said society is divided between the rich and the poor. The struggle between these groups brings social change. His ideas formed the basis of conflict theory. Fifthly, Emile Durkheim. Durkheim made sociology an academic subject. He studied how social rules and values, which he called social fakes, shape individual behavior. His famous book Suicide showed that even personal decisions are influenced by society. He is known for the developing functionalism, which studies how different parts of society work together in harmony. And then Max Weber. Weber emphasized understanding people's inner meanings and motivations, a concept he called Weston. He also studied how religion and values influence economic and social life, especially in his famous book The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism. Number 6, modern and contemporary sociology. In 20th and 21st centuries, sociology expanded to study modern issues like gender equality, environment, globalization, and technology. Today's sociologists use both qualitative and quantitative methods to understand how societies function and change. So, dear viewers, the journey of sociology from ancient philosophers like Ibn Khaldun and Aristotle to modern thinkers like Auguste Comte, Karl Marx, Emile Durkheim, and Weber shows humanity's deep desire to understand itself. Sociology teaches us that society is not just a collection of individuals, but a living system that grows, changes, and learns. By studying it, we can build a more peaceful, just, and compassionate world, a world closer to the values taught by our Creator.